Sure, let's do this. Well, one last time. Um, yeah. So, who? Nah, man. For the year, I guess that would. I did that to myself. I love the Saints too much to retire. I love this locker room. I love everything about it. No, I've got too much juice to give. I hate that the last 7 weeks of the year I was fighting a whole ankle, hobbling around on the field like a freaking shell of myself. I hate that. We lost to the Packers. I hate that we lost to the Texans. I hate that we lost seemingly to Atlanta in Atlanta, and freaking love that we beat Atlanta the way we did this last time. I love the way that we finished the last two games, um, offense and defensively. I hate that we played the way we did the last two games and not didn't play that way the whole season. There's ups and downs in every season, and I love each and every moment of fighting with your teammates, knowing that we're all trying to get better. I hate that I finished the year with 2 sacks. It's terrible in terms of stats, and at the same time, you should have to embrace the role of even if that's what it was. I could still actively play the run, and hate that again we were in a position to where we needed more at the end of the year. We had our destiny in our hands, and seemingly gave it away by not beating the Rams when we did. We had gone 3-0 the last 3 games. We would have won our division. We would have had a chance at the playoffs. We're sitting here today. We don't have a chance at playoffs. I hate that we were sitting in New Orleans at a bar with the fam, hoping that the Cardinals and the Chicago would beat their opponents so we could get into the playoffs. It sucks not controlling your destiny, but we've been in that situation this last 3 years. I think we've gone into the locker room knowing we needed somebody else to help us win. That shit sucks.
Kim, the leaders on this team kind of consistently all throughout the year kept saying, like, we got the right guys, we got the right players, like, we should be better. Like, what do you think held the team back from achieving
Capturing potential, man. That's something that clearly I haven't had an answer for. You say last 3 years of missing the playoffs has been 9-8, 7-10, 9-8. That's not good enough. At minimum, it has to be a 10-win season, right? Whatever gets you to the playoffs. If leadership is not what it needs to be, leadership can change, just like players can change. There has to be an answer, and I don't actively have an answer for that today. You'd always say there's one or two things that if we had one or two plays back from 4 or 5 games, you'd be sitting at 15-2 rather than whatever, this 9-8 situation. There's always got to be something. I mean, you can always clearly, blatantly look at penalties that started drives or halted drives, extended drives on defense, stop drives on offense. Shit's got to change ASAP.
Do you feel like you guys need big changes, or is it little changes? Or
If I just pointed out, one or two plays in a game, that's not big changes. But if you start counting these one or two plays that happen each and every game, it comes up to a multitude of things. So you gotta just trust top down. We're going to get the ship right. And we said that for 3 years. There's been a spell in the career where we went 3 years of not having playoffs, and then we had a solid 3 or 4 years of really good playoff runs. And you were looking for that really good year, solid stretch of playoff runs to give you a chance at winning Super Bowl, because your ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl.
And do you feel like leadership is what it needs to be?
I think you can always give more. Look, you can't say, we have great leadership, we have the right leaders if we're not in a playoff position, right? And that's happened back-to-back years. So whatever that is, if it starts with me, then I need to demand more, I need to give more, whatever that is. There's a reason why, I truly love this game and truly embrace this locker room, this city, and this team, is because I believe that we're going to win each and every game we go into. I believe we're going to have the right people, the right mindset to go into each and every game, no matter what. And until, that changes with me, I'm always going to believe that we have the right guys in place with leadership. We just got to draw more.
Cam, I know y'all rallied around Jameis yesterday. I guess can two things.
Was there a need to rally? It is what it is. I mean, when somebody's uplifting your other teammate, there's a reason why guys wanted Jamal to get a touchdown. That's not rallying. That's just blatantly. I mean, my guy Jamal has, came here and worked his butt off and to be in a position to get a touchdown. At the end of the day, it's a rivalry game. 2, any defense, if you don't like it, stop the offense.
I guess some people would look at that and maybe say there's a disconnect between the players and the coaching staff for not listening to what the coaching staff said. You don't believe that would be true then?
I believe that, if DA had sent a call in, then, the players decided to override it. I'm glad nobody got injured. I'm glad Jamal got his touchdown. And we'll address, whatever that is in-house. At the end of the day, man, I think it came from a great spot in somebody's heart to give my guy a touchdown. I'm always going to be up for my players.
So you don't see this as something that's going to linger in terms of...
You guys seem to keep bringing it up more than we do. Yeah, so, if the world wants to keep bringing it up, continue. But the real world is in this locker room. And this locker room won't be the same next year. So, there will be changes, and if that's keeping us back from what? Clearly not a playoff spot, and another touchdown isn't going to change us getting into the playoffs or not getting into the playoffs. That's inconsequential. But at the same time, it's dope that Jamal got a tutty.
Is that much of a two?
Does this team believe in DA? DA is our head coach. So as long as that is the same sentence, it's going to be the same sentence. Of course, we believe that we're going to get our things together. We've got. At the end of the day, it's on the players. As much as DA puts a great game plan together, or whoever puts a game plan together, sometimes we don't execute to the highest of our abilities, and you see the flaws that happen in that. It's a player's game.
How hard is it days like this for you? You talk about year 13, wanting to be in year 15, knowing that you're closer to the end than the beginning to having another non-playoff season. Do you kind of reflect on that? How does that affect you?
I haven't processed that yet. We just lost yesterday with sitting at Nice Guys down in off Earhart, looking to see if we were going to get into the playoffs. So up until about 6 o'clock, maybe the fourth quarter in both those games with 2 minutes left, I was like, we sort of have a shot. Hoping that Prater drills one of his 2 field goals, or, Chicago just finds a way. Hell, at the beginning of the day, he was hoping, Carolina could overcome just 9 points. It's not like they were down at all, by a wide margin there. But that's just it. I became a fan yesterday, and that shit sucks. As much as I have fans, I would like to continue playing football. And the way I felt at the end of last night lets me know that I want more.
And obviously it's jarring anytime a season ends, especially in the NFL, where it can come down to a missed field goal. What is your process, and how long does it take to kind of emotionally reset at the end of the season? I know last year you went to Spain for the entire offseason.
Yeah, I don't have that option this year. I think there's some things I got to clean up. And as much as I needed last offseason to happen, it takes a lot more to be committed into your craft. So, that was great from the mentals, but I feel like in a physical aspect and even a team aspect, there's more to give. I would definitely give no excuse. I also won't give any, apologies for taking that time with the fam and having a great time that way. But that was last season, and I think it clearly implies whatever happened this season. I'm already looking forward to a revenge arc. My villain arc might be coming in soon.
Thanks, Cam.
I'm always dealing with something, man. Look, it's this game. You don't come on clean when you have a high ankle and play the next week, compounded a low ankle, and you compound a high ankle and a low ankle on the same ankle. I didn't know it was even possible. It leaves yourself vulnerable. So then you end up having whatever this next situation is, a C3, C4, whatever that is. Slight herniated, deviated, whatever that word they're going to use is. Next situation, there's compounding issues, because you're overcompensating with your knee. You're going to start having some knee issues because you're pulling from your ankle. It's all hand in hand, but at the same day, I'm so blessed to even have an ability to say I can overcome, and if I can't be on third down, you can have third down. Stats have never mattered to me. Wins do.